women would accept us, or girls would accept us. Yes, girls like you would accept you. But if a person like you goes to a practicing girl who is wearing the hijab fully, who's practicing praying on time, not listening to music, not mixing with the opposite sex, obeying her parents, trying her best to give out leaflets and booklets to people, calling them to Islam, giving charity, praying night prayer, fasting Mondays and Thursdays. If someone like this person proposes to her, she would definitely refuse him. So he would not be an ideal husband. And we are faced with a lot of similar scenarios where the father gives me a call and says, Sheikh, my daughter is like I've just described, and this boy proposed to her. He comes from a very good family. He's very rich. He's very well off. He's got, mashallah, a good job, a nice car, a big house. But he works in a bank. And my daughter refuses him. Though he's handsome, he's nice looking. What should I do? I said, definitely, this is not the suitable man for this girl, for your daughter. Because I know, personally, I know a lot of families that started like this. And I know for sure that the women are living in hell. I know a lot of callers to Islam. Women, nice, educated, mashallah, women with lots of children, they're in their 40s or 50s, calling others to Islam, giving dars, giving lectures, but their husbands are making them live in hell because they are not practicing. And who was responsible? The father. When he pressured his daughter, no, you marry him, inshallah, Allah will guide him. You will be the source of his guidance. And instead, this is the result of such a marriage.
Okay, let us look at the time of marriage now. Of course, we don't want to go into when that person, they agree to marry, the ideal husband, in the very first couple of years of marriage. In most cases, it is out of children. There's no children in the first couple of years of marriage. How does he behave? How does he build his relationship with his wife?
There is no procedure manual that they should follow in order to have a good marriage. The husband must respect his wife.
Yes.
And he must cherish and love his wife. And of course the wife is obliged to do the same, but I'm not talking about the wife's role. I'm talking about the husband. The husband should be loving and caring. The husband should be considering. He has to be considerate in the sense that he only looks at himself. Whenever his wife is upset, he says, listen, I spent 9 hours at work, and then I went for a couple of hours shopping for the groceries, and I have debts to pay, I have bills to pay, and all what you do is nag that you're alone at the house, you need someone to talk. I need my time, I need my space. So everyone looks at his own needs and desires. Ideal husband is not like that. He is giving all of his life to his wife. He works and he's happy while he's working because he knows that this puts the food on the table so his wife and children would eat from. When he goes back home, he's considerate. He looks at this wife who was waiting patiently for him, cooking the food for him, cleaning the house for him, and he knows that she needs recreation. She needs someone to talk to put her head on his shoulder and complain about things that bother her. She has feelings, and he respects these feelings. It's not like they say men are from Venus and women are from Mars, and they're from different planets. No, this is not true. They are different, but men should be considerate. They should always care for their wives. Having said that, it is not normal to expect that every husband in the first couple of years would be a Don Juan, or he would always cook the food for his beloved wife, have a candlelight dinner, and maybe bring a violinist to play for him. That's against Islam, of course. But you cannot expect the man and so ideal to be like this.
Okay.
But the least he could do is to be considerate.
Okay, you mentioned the husband should be loving, and this is a question that is asked repetitively. What's the meaning of love? But we'll take a short break, inshallah, and we'll be back right after this.
Now my world is bright, Islam is my sight.
Virtues of Ramadan. The month of Ramadan is the best month of the entire year according to Islam. It has many virtues that Muslims should benefit from. Do not lose the chance of this blessed month and join Dr. Haytham Al-Haddad in his program Virtues of Ramadan.
Ramadan is a very unique opportunity for all of us. It is a very unique occasion for all Muslims all over the world. We are going to discuss certain issues related to Qiyamul Layl and how to observe the night prayer. We are also going to speak about Zakah, inshallah. We are going to speak about Sadaqah.
Virtues of Ramadan, soon on Huda TV in Ramadan.
My world is bright, Islam is my sight.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Welcome back. You're watching The Straight Path. Our topic today, the ideal Muslim husband. You mentioned the husband should be loving. And then we hear a lot of people saying that, oh, but love doesn't exist. What does love between a husband and a wife means in Islam?
Well, this is quite tricky. I wish and I hope that my wives are not watching this, because then I'm going to be battered alive. See, love in the minds of people is the interpretation of the relationships they find in novels and movies.
The romantic scenarios.
It's even worse than romantic scenarios. It's the feeling that one gets. So people think that love is when my wife is not present, I feel stomachache, nausea, I'm restless, I have to see my wife and then embrace her, and then I found love again. Well, this is fictional. This has nothing to do with love. The Prophet ﷺ was the greatest lover, and his wives loved him a lot, and he loved them a lot. And he used to love Aisha, may Allah be pleased with her, the most of all women. Yet when you look at how he used to treat her, this is a clear illustration of true love. It's the respect, it's the kindness and tenderness in dealing. The Prophet ﷺ, whenever she used to take a bone with meat, cooked of course, and she would eat it, he would take it and he would eat from the same place that she had her bite from. Whenever she drank from a cup, he would put his lips in the same location. I know spouses, whenever his wife eats with a spoon and he goes, say, go and get a new one, and he refuses to use the same spoon of his wife. And when asked, I said, are you crazy? She just ate from it. I ain't gonna eat from this. And as if she is, you know, with a disease or an illness. This is the love we're talking about. I met, well actually I was not met, I was stopped while driving once with by this man. Gave me high beams and horning, and I went out of the car, you know, wanting to go for a fight. What is this guy, crazy? And he was one of the people that pray in my masjid. And then I started being calm and soft again. And he said, Sheikh, I have a problem. I said, what's your problem? And I was in the middle of the road. He said, I've been married for 2 years, and my wife is so devoted to me. She's loving, she's caring, she's kind, but I want to divorce her. Subhanallah, why is that? I don't know, Sheikh. I don't have this love for her. And I said, Subhanallah, is she bad to you? He said, no, my house is beautiful. It's clean. My child, I have a 1-year-old child, is always tidy and clean, and she is always taking care of herself, and she is going out of her way just to please me. But I don't have this love, Sheikh. I said, Wallahi, my friend, the only thing I could do is take my shoe and beat you with it. You crazy person.